here. Yeah, you ready? It's Tynee Talks right here. We gon' talk about it right here. We gon' talk about everything you like. I'ma make it real, real clear. It's Tynee Talks right here. We gon' talk about it right here. I'ma talk about everything you like. I'ma make it real, real clear. Cause it's Tynee Talks. And I'ma talk about it. Yeah, cause it's Tynee Talks. And I'ma talk about it. About it. About it. About it. And welcome to this season 5 opener of the Tynee Talks podcast. Remember, Tynee Talks and you listen. I'm kicking off this season with a very special guest that is very near and dear to my heart. I've known this guest for over 20 years, which is insane. Over 20 years. That's I just realized that when I just said that.
I know.
In this new season of Tynee Talks, you know that Tynee Talks is dedicated to serving women, especially Black women, but all women. And today's guest embodies girl bossness, being a boss chick, being a boss babe. And today we're going to talk about finding the right bra. Your bra can never. And it's very,
Yes.
we as women, we carry these around.
Yes.
So without further ado, I'd like to welcome my beautiful guest, Tiffany Cole Allen, tech designer and plus size model. Welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me and asking me to be a part of Tynee Talks. I've already been a fan previously, but it's so nice to be able to get on here and talk about the things that I talk about regularly, with everybody. But to be able to expand and help people with broad knowledge is like great. So
that is just great news. You are so welcome. So Tiffany and I attended middle school and high school together. And, post high school, please tell my listeners a little bit about your journey post high school that led you into being a tech designer, a bra fitness expert, and also a beautiful plus size model.
Okay, so it was quite a journey. I mean, it's been a long time since high school. But I started out going to fashion school. After high school, I moved. Well, I started at a HBCU my first year, and then I transferred to a fashion school in New York and called the Fashion Institute of Technology. And that's how I started my journey into technical design. I got my first internship with the Gap, interning on one of their technical teams for a new brand that they were starting at the time. And that's how I fell into technical design. It wasn't always for intimate apparel. I started out with women's wear, then I moved into children's wear, and then finally moved into intimate apparel my senior year of college. And from there, I started going to different brands and working on different brands and different product categories within intimate apparel. So I started out doing like Fredericks of Hollywood and like Walmart sleepwear. Yeah, it was like the little like bikinis and floss and stuff that you see, maybe you might see a stripper wearing it.
Hey.
Those were the kind of things that I started out with. And I was like, oh, I like this, I was like, I like this stuff.
You're being a little bit too modest. You're being a little bit too modest because you probably caught Tiffany's tech designs on a famous fashion show, which is the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Yes. So eventually down the line, as I got into intimate apparel and worked more and more in it, I landed a technical design role with Victoria's Secret. And that's where I really dove headfirst into the intimate apparel world. Before, I had worked on brands for like Macy's and stuff like that, which I learned a lot, but then it really wasn't until I got to Victoria's Secret where I saw the extent of intimate apparel, like how much money it made, first of all, and how much money and time and care was put into making the product. So that's really where I learned the bulk of all my technical experience in terms of intimate apparel, because I worked on everything there. I worked on bras, lingerie, like you said, fashion show styles. I worked on like 3 years straight of fashion show styles, robes, loungewear, everything you could think of, little like gloves, hosiery,
with intimate apparel. So we're saying the term technical designer, but what actually is a technical designer to those that don't know what that is?
Yes, so a technical designer is basically what an engineer is for cars. That's what a technical designer is for clothing. So you have people who come up with these ideas and they're like, well, how do you execute it for production? How do you make it into an actual product that can go into the store, that's cost effective for the company to be able to produce, and then also can go into the store and anybody from a size 0 to a 14, 16, 18 can go in and put it on. And that's essentially where technical design comes in. I work with my pattern makers to create patterns for styles. I fit them on live models. And basically when I look at the sample on a live model, I say, okay, this needs to be corrected, that needs to be corrected to perfect the fit of the garment. And then I communicate those changes to the factories overseas. They make those changes on the pattern, create another sample and send it to me. And we basically do that until that design has been perfected and I approve it to go to production. So,
and so you basically are able to modify the garment so that it can be mass produced. So so when we see small, medium, large, or when we see A cup, B cup, C cup, double D, you were able to take that design and be able to mass produce it so that we can just walk into the store and take it off.
Pick your size. Exactly. So every garment is made up of measurements. You have to have measurements in order to create a pattern. So that's what I create, those measurements to say, okay, this bra cup for a size 34B should be 6 inches or 5.5 inches tall from the bottom to the top. And you have to give all these different measurements, which we call a spec. And those measurements make up the pattern for that garment. My pattern maker knows, okay, when I mold this bra cup, well, not my pattern maker, but your bra cup molder would know, okay, when I'm molding this cup, I have to make this, this hard hat 5.5 inches from top to bottom. I have to make it 7.5 inches from the neckline to the center front. You know, those are the measurements that I would give them based off of how it fits on the body.
So I like how you said like a technical designer is like an engineer, but for a car. And we know that like we're from Flint, you know, we're both Flint natives.
Right.
You know, GM Vehicle City. So we have family that work at the plant. So it take maybe 25 people to make a car. Let's just all the parts. How many people does it take to make a bra? Because you talked about the cut, the pattern. I didn't even know that deep until.
It's so deep. It's so many people that are involved in making all of your clothing. But, you know, even in intimate apparel, you have a wire. So there's a wire supplier. I, as a technical designer, have to look at the wires and match them to the cups to make sure that that wire supports that cup. So I'm the person that is basically touching everybody's hand to be able to get this together. So you have a raw materials person who's working with the fabrics to make sure that the fabrics are functional in their end state. So if I have a certain lace that's going on a bra, we have to know that, you know, the lace is not going to stretch, or if it does stretch, that it's not going to stretch too much. Like those certain things are things that a raw materials person would handle. So they would test the fabrics that are going to go into that garment. and get them to a place of approval. They're going to work with the mills who are producing the fabric for that garment to be able to get them to a place that is okay for production. Well, while my raw materials person is working on that and going through that, they're communicating with me any fabric issues that they may see or that may come up that will affect the fit or the quality. So then in my fittings, I have to make note of that. Okay, this lace is having an issue with shrinkage. It's shrinking when it gets dyed. So that means that I have to add more inches around the body.
So you would add that because that plays a role in when we, we get our garment and it might say only wash in cold or do not.
Yes.
The materials may affect what's going on. That's dope.
Right. So it's a lot of hands that touch it, but my main people that I hold on, that I'm close with, is my designer and my product manager. And the product manager is coordinating with the factory in terms of like dates, because we have to hit a certain date to have the product in the store at the time that it's supposed to be there. So say for instance, I'm shipping for summer or I'm working on summer styles, I have to have that fit approved by X date in order for that garment to get produced properly and make it on the boat or on the plane to be in the warehouse to go in the store by the floor set date. So there's so many factors.
Basically, you're like the intimate apparel version of the Devil Wears Prada. Like, until I saw the Devil Wears Prada, I was like, I didn't like when she was so serious when she was telling Annie Hathaway's character, when Annie Hathaway is like, it's just clothes. Streep was like, girl, it ain't just
it is not. It is not. There are
everything
so many
that goes
affected by it. I mean, like so many people that are affected by this industry, you know what I mean? And COVID has really taken a toll on our industry. And it's been like worldwide. We've been seeing so many issues, with COVID coming up. But yeah, technical design, I basically create the Bible for every garment. So my tech pack is the spec. Is the, sewing instructions, because I have to communicate to my sewers how to sew the garment as well. I have to communicate to the factory how to sew the garment. If there's a special construction that needs to be done to address a fit issue or an issue with quality, like in satin, satin has issues with when you pull the seam apart, it's called seam slippage. I have to incorporate a specific stitch to be done to be able to combat that quality issue so it doesn't affect the customer later on. Basically, my job is make sure that the customer is going to be happy with this product. They're going to love how it fits and they're going to feel good about the quality of it. So
if I know that you are behind whatever garment that I'm picking up at Target or wherever, I know it's in good hands. So so we're going to delve right into bras. Like that's why we're here. Bras are very important. We see people walking around and how their bra fits can basically affect how they look in their clothes. It can look
whole outfit. And your whole outfit is affected by your bra and your panties. Your whole outfit.
It can ruin it. I remember growing up, like intimate apparel, we don't realize how important the undergarment is to make your outer garment look good. So for those who are listening on the podcast, if you go head on over to YouTube, you'll be able to see this podcast episode. You can see that Tiffany looks very sleek in what she has on, even with just a t-shirt on. She looks very well put together, and part of that outer look is based on the undergarments that she has on. So bras, right? Bras have a long history as it relates to fashion, as you've already told us. Evolution of women, right? Bras are not seen as undergarments, as we mentioned, but as a way to modify or enhance a look, right? So as you mentioned, like the whole look, it can make or break a look, right? But even medically speaking, bras can help prevent back pain, contribute to back pain, which is something that I'm having trouble with. I even went to the doctor about it to be able to get a breast reduction. But earlier today, before the podcast, Tiffany gave me a virtual bra fitting that she will be offering. So in the show notes, down below in the show notes, you'll be able to click on her website so that you can book your very own virtual bra fitting. And she gave me my actual
Yes.
cup. I actually fitted, I was in a 38 double D, and we came to the realization that I'm actually a 38H. I'm way down the alphabet. It's A, B, C, D, E, period.
But no, but the thing is though, do not look at the letter as the more you go up in the alphabet, that is just big. You know what I'm saying? We have been conditioned to think that because most American brands stop at triple D. So when you hear GHIJ, you're like, oh my God. I've had women like, there's no way that I wear that bra size. And I'm like, yes, yes, you do. Just try on the bra and you will see the difference. Don't get stuck on the letter, because that does not mean that your breasts are huge or your boobs are huge. You know what I mean? It's just a letter. Like, you just have to look at it like that, because that's the way that some man who set up bra sizes a long time ago, before any of us were even thought of,
Okay.
came up with this system and said, this is how we're going to label cup sizes. And it's just been carried on. So don't look at it as, you know, I mean, not you specifically, but women
Right, but in general,
don't
right.
look at it like, you know, there's some women who wear MNOP, double
Yes.
H, double J. Hey, all
Hey,
the boobs have to have a bra that fits.
if your boob can get into a letter, let your boob get into a letter.
That's it. That's it. If you are cute, let it be. Like, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Wear that Q proudly, but put it in a Q bra so that those Qs can be
So you
sitting
ain't
up
just
here.
tumbling out here, right? So
That's right.
back to the 14th century. So I did a little bit of research, Tiffany, because I was like, you know, I saw you're really promoting your business of these virtual bra fittings because you really care about how women look. You really care
Yes.
about the fashion part of it, the health part of it. So I was like, let me do a little bit of research. So dating back to the 14th century, according to goodhousekeeping.com, the earliest bra was known as a bandeau. Bandu.
Bandeau.
Bandu. Look
Bandeau.
ghetto. It's like a bando. Like the
And we still use that term in the industry.
you still use the bando.
But it's a different style
bando?
now. It's a different style now. I mean, actually, you know what? It probably is similar to what was back in the day. Maybe not. But a bandeau is just the bra that's just like, it looks like a band,
right,
and it goes all the way around. That's it. It may have like elastic up top, elastic at the bottom, but that's it. There's no wires, no pads, or anything like that.
Yeah, I was shocked to learn that. And so in the 14th century, women who played sports wore them for obvious reasons. And prior to the 14th century, women just were out here bare-breasted. Like we're like right now, pandemic, how we out here. We have reverted back to the 14th century, because had it not been for this episode, I too wouldn't even have on a bra right now. But Tiffany is so when we go back outside, everything is together, right?
Yes.
1907, Vogue, which I'm pretty sure you're super acquainted with.
Yes.
The term brassiere, and we now go by the bra. All right.
Right. Yep. The bra.
So, Tiffany, I have a few questions for you. Where do women go wrong when trying to find the right bra? Where's the first thing? Where they going wrong?
The first thing is trying to save money. That's the first thing with bra buying. You cannot buy cheap bras and expect good results. And especially if you are anything over a C cup. Because, you know, our breasts weigh a lot. They weigh a lot. You know, they're pretty heavy. You know, I would say maybe like 3, 4, 5 pounds.
On each breast.
Yes, on each breast. And it's depending on, you know, what size you are. But some may be even heavier than that. And what is in a cheap bra is cheap components. So that means your pad is cheap, your wire is cheap, the fabric is more than likely very cheap.
Girl.
And then the labor is also cheap. So you have to think about that as well. The people that are sewing the bra, they're not getting paid a lot when you buy a cheap bra. They're not getting paid a lot.
You just flexed on us. Basically, you letting us know you don't operate on the cheap side.
No, you cannot. And I say, when I say cheap, I mean like $30 or less for a bra.
Yeah, like a $50 bra.
And it's fine if you buy that, you know what I'm saying? I've worked on cheap bras, I've made cheap bras, but I'm limited in the extent of quality that I can give you for a cheap bra. You know, as a technical designer, when I'm fitting a bra that I know is gonna retail for $10, I say, this wire is terrible, but I can't do anything about it because this is what fits within the cost of making a $10 bra. You can't have, you know, fabric that's $4 a yard and make a $10 bra out of it. You just can't. Like, so there's a lot more technology and better components that go into more expensive bras. Now, with that being said, just because a bra is expensive doesn't mean that it's quality. So the second thing the place that I think women go wrong is not just buying a cheap bra, but spending money on a bra just because of the brand name and saying, well, it's Victoria's Secret, so it should be, you know, it's $60. Victoria's Secret is nowhere near in 2020 what they were back in, you know, 1998, 1999, 2000. Even in the time that I was there, it just has shifted so much in terms of fit and quality, but the price is still the same. So being educated about what brands are out there, and I know it's hard because they're not, you know, you don't see bra advertisements on TV.
No, you don't.
You know, you don't see billboards with bras on them all over the country. Here we might see them in New York, but in other places, middle America, places like that, you don't see a lot of advertisement about intimate apparel.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is because our society is still, even though we're a very hypersexualized society, we're still pretty like prudish when it comes to women and their bodies. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So, it's like the sex is sold, but it's like you shouldn't be doing that because you're a whore.
Exactly. It's like even in my own Instagram, I'm like trying to, you know, do ads and stuff to promote my bra fitting services, and they're like, oh no, we don't approve this because it's showing too much of one area and the person is in a bra. But meanwhile, you have people with swimsuits and, you know, naked people all over, you know, but it's not selling
OnlyFans. Maybe you gotta start an OnlyFans. Period.
Basically,
OnlyFans, you know, bra fitting. I told you here today on Tynee Talks.
Yes, that's a good idea.
They gotta pay to come in. Boom, boom, boom.
Right. You're right. Okay.
I
think about that. But yeah, those are two of the things. Being cheap, and I'm not gonna say cheap, but trying to find and buying inexpensive bras, and you know, not doing the research about brands.
Right.
Having research about brands.
What about Fenty? Fenty, sorry. Fenty.
Fenty has cute stuff, but it is what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a cheaper intimate apparel brand. So the quality is not as good. The fit may be good, but the bra is just not gonna last you. You know what I mean? But it's not meant to, because it's meant to be like, okay, I'm wearing this, you know, for a night out, or I'm getting cute for myself or for my significant other, whatever, you know what I mean? It's not meant to be like intimate apparel that you actually keep for a long time.
So what also intrigued me about this talk today is that the last vacation that my mom and I went on before she passed on, we went to Livy Ray Lingerie, which it was known on the Lifetime Network TV show Double Divas. And we went bra shopping because my mom has huge breast. Okay, my mom a plus woman, not just plus size, a little plus, and boobs. And so we went to Double Divas or Livy Ray, and my mom ended up spending $500 that day. But that was the first time in her years of being alive that she was able to find, and she got three bras, only three bras that cost her
Yeah.
$500. But she wanted to invest in it because when we went into the fitting, hoisted her up. I'm talking about it was like,
Yes. Yes.
like
You
immediately.
see, the difference is crazy when you put on a bra that actually fits right. You're like, hold up, wait, what? Like your
What I've been
posture
doing.
instantly is improved. Your posture is improved. You feel the relief off of this area of your neck and your shoulders. You know, like you feel like somebody's holding your breast for you and you're just standing there. Like, that's what a good bra feels like. Like you're not working. It's just like, okay, just carry them for me. Thank you.
Let me tell you, if I could have somebody carry my titties around,
Every woman would. Who wouldn't want that?
So
That's
Tiffany,
what a good bra is, you know? That's what a good bra is. You just got to think of it like that. Like, think of it like that. Like, you got two people just like, here you go. I got you. You know?
so basically what you're saying is like you get what you pay for, and it's good to have such an investment
Yes.
in bras because of all the things you name. Like here, like there's real tension there. There's
Yes.
real tension here in this area, this back, and we could alleviate a lot of problems. So when my mom spent the $500, that was attributed to the quality of bra, that it would last a long time. So with that being said, how
Mm-hmm.
often should a person be measured for a bra size? And depending on the quality that you're spending on the bra, how long should that bra last you?
Well, you should be measured yearly for your bras, at the minimum. I say you could probably maybe push it to like 18 months to 24 months if you haven't had any change in weight or any change in, you know, noticeable change in your breast. You know what I mean? But at a year, you should be getting measured yearly. You know what I say? I always tell, you know, clients and stuff, make it a bra anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Like put aside $10, $20 every other week, every month, weekly, depending on your bra budget. Set a bra budget for yourself. Put the money aside weekly, every other week. And then when your bra anniversary comes up, now you got your bra fund. You go, you get measured, and you buy all new bras. Like that's something that women should do for themselves. I feel like, you know, we focus so much on our outer appearance. You know, we're going to get our hair done, our nails done, our lashes, you know what I'm saying? Like, but your bra is just as important because like I said, it matters. It helps your clothing. Like it helps how you look in your clothes. So it makes no sense to get your hair done, your nails done, you got your cute outfit, and then you got this bra that has you with like quadruple boob, or your boobs are sitting down here.
Right.
Like,
And your
and
panty
it
line
adds 15
showing.
pounds to you. Yeah, like you did all of that for nothing.
You did all of that. You spent $350.
Yes, sometimes more, in most cases
Sometimes
more,
more, when you could have spent an additional $80 for a
for
quality.
a good bra. That's right. That's right. So I say make it a yearly thing. Like, you know, set your bra anniversary. Maybe it's around your birthday, or maybe it's around Christmas. Like that's your Christmas gift to yourself or whatever, you know. And then go to a boutique. I suggest always going to bra boutiques because like your mom went to the place where you guys went. They specialize in this, and they know, they have knowledge of brands that you don't see at a department store. And they also have extended sizes in store. Like a lot of places have those extended sizes in store for you to be able to try the size on, so you can know how it fits and see the difference in how it fits. So always, if you're getting measured, go to a bra boutique, or you can do, you know, if you have a bra fitting service in your city, utilize them, because that type of knowledge that you're going to get is not like department store or going to a Victoria's Secret and get measured. Those people most of the time have sat down and watched a video on how to measure you. But these people have actually worked with different breasts.
Yes.
They know about shape, they know about silhouette, they know about how to accentuate good areas and high problem areas with certain bra bodies that you use. And when we say bra bodies, I mean like a push-up cup or a demi cup or a balconette or a plunge neckline. Like, to be able to actually, it's almost like having a wardrobe stylist, but literally just for your bras. You know what I mean? And that's experience that you won't get from somewhere else. So if you're gonna get measured, go to a bra boutique or see a bra fitting specialist.
Or call Tiffany and get a virtual.
Yes, or you get virtual fitting. And after COVID, if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, we could do a face-to-face fitting. But yeah, you know.
So how long will a quality bra last you?
It will last you. It will last. It depends on how much you wear it, because if you wear it every day, obviously it's not going to last you, for longer than a year, 6 months to a year. But if you alternate your bras, which we suggest, you should have at least 3 to 4 bras, then you should get at least 12 to 18 months out of a bra, and maybe even longer depending on, how often you wear it. It just depends on how often you wear it. But bras can last you a really long time.
So
if you take care of them, because you can't just throw them in the washer and throw them in the dryer.
Right.
You have to, at some bras, you have to take the care. You have to hand wash them. You have to hang dry them. Like, if you want your stuff to last, you have to take care of it, because it's an investment.
And you should lay them flat to dry, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You can either hang them or lay them flat.
The heat in the dryer can affect the wire, the shape.
Oh, yes. The foam, everything.
Ooh, the foam.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about. So why do you kind of touched on it earlier because you talked about here in the US, but why do most store brands only go up to like a 38 double D to triple D, and like that's where the buck stops? And then sometimes people feel like I'm just forced to buy this bra because this is the size here, so let me just go ahead and take it off the rack.
Yes. Well, first of all, because American sizing has always pretty much been up to a triple D. European sizing is like the E, the F, G, H. It's just recently now that American brands have started to be like, okay, we need to incorporate bigger sizes. And a lot of the reason for that is, one, floor space. There's not a lot of space. The bigger bras are bigger. You know what I mean? The cups are bigger.
Right.
They don't know, there's nowhere to hang all of those sizes. So you'll even notice that with smaller bra sizes, that you don't see a lot of them in the store. And it's because, one, there's not a lot of people in those sizes. So it doesn't really make sense to have those bras hanging on the floor, because if you get 1 or 2 people who comes in and buys, a 38H, but you have 10 or 15 38Hs, then you don't sell that product, and that product has to get marked down. So that's a loss of money. And then on top of that, it costs to develop bras. Like, it costs a lot of money to create foam cups, and it takes a lot of time. And some brands just don't feel like that's their target customer. You know what I mean? So they don't want to put the investment into building those sizes until they see an interest for it. Like I said, a lot more brands are now, we need to add on bigger sizes, because women are like, we can't fit these. And the brand, due to the internet and social media and everything, people have more visibility to brands.
Right.
So people are seeing there's European brands that fit me better, so I'm going to shop there and have, get them shipped to the US or whatever. And American brands are recognizing that and now adding those sizes on. So if there's a brand you love that doesn't have the sizes that you want, well, you shouldn't be wearing them anyway. But if you just feel like you need to have that brand, or you like that brand so much, then send them an email or whatever and say, when are you going to start incorporating these sizes? Because I have worked with brands that are like, we keep getting comments on our Instagram, we keep getting this, we keep getting that, we need to add on extra sizes. Like, they listen to the customer way before they listen to the technical designer. So Yes, if there's a brands that you know want to expand their size, and reach out. As a plus woman myself, there are some brands that I love that I'm just like, they don't even have plus sizing, and I've reached out and come to find out, you know, they'll reply back and be like, actually, we are working on adding a curve division.
Because
You
they
know,
realize in America we're a bigger society. We're bigger
yes.
over in the European countries with the modification with the GMOs in our food. So we're just growing.
Mm-hmm.
So they better keep up. And so lastly, Tiffany, what are the top 3 things women should do before they purchase a bra? Top of the list.
Get measured. Get measured. Like research your brand. Once you find out your real size, research brands, you know, brands that carry your size. Read the reviews on bras. You know, if you're purchasing online, read the reviews. You can tell if a product is good based off the reviews. You know, there may be like 2 people like, oh, it didn't fit me, da 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 da, you know, but if there's 10 people saying that this is excellent, if it's great, trust the 10 people, because those 2 people probably didn't know what their size was anyway, and they ordered the wrong size. So read the reviews, and then you know, don't be afraid to don't be upset if you have to return things. All brands fit differently. You know, it could be the same size in one brand, same size in another brand, and they both fit differently. And that's just based off of how they were fit by the fit team. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged if you get one size in one brand and it fits good, and then you buy another brand in the same size, it doesn't fit. Try a different size. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if the different size doesn't fit, then that's not the brand for you. Their fit is not right. Stick with the brands that you find that fit you good and you love them. Stick with them. Is
it possible to be, so we discovered today that I'm an H, right? Mm-hmm. Is it possible to be an H in one brand and then a G in another brand? So
it is.
Okay, so if a person, they should try a size similar to the one in the brand that fits well in, if it does not a direct match.
Yes, they should, because you know, our measurements, we fall in between, we go up, down, you know what I mean? So it's not science, it's not like a science. This is like, okay, you're 38H, and that's it. You can't be any other size anywhere else. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to think of your bras just like your clothes. If I go to one store, I know I may be a 16 in this store, I may be a 14 on this brand, I may be an 18 at that brand, but I know that already going into the store. So really, it's just knowing about what size you truly are, and then knowing your body, and then shopping with that knowledge and knowing what you should be looking for when your bra goes on. Like, okay, I know I'm not having any spillage over the top. I'm not, you know, having any spillage on the side. My band is sitting parallel to the floor. It's not like hiking up my back, or it's not like drooping down. My breasts are not sitting in the middle of my ribs. They're actually, you know, my wire's not sitting in the middle of my ribs. It's actually sitting at the top of my ribs. Looking for those things when you put your bra on is what's going to help you buy good bras. You know what I mean? It's not so much about the size. It's about how does it fit. And the same thing with clothes. You know, it's not so much about the size or the brand. How does it fit me? When you put it on and you say, okay, this fits me good. I like how it fits.
Right.
You buy it. It doesn't matter what brand it is or what, you know, what size is on the tag. If it looks cute, you buy it.
Right.
So
because you're wearing that shirt and you're wearing them pants.
Thank you, girl.
Like, to those who are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, check out YouTube. You can see this look, child. So lastly, I just wanted to give some things, the consequences, 8 consequences that can affect you if you don't choose the correct bra size, and why you should absolutely go follow Tiffany at Shanae Smiles on Instagram, or Tiffany Allen on Facebook, so that you can book your virtual appointment. So according to mouthsofmoms.com, these are the 8 dangerous consequences of the wrong bra size. Number 1, breast pain. Breast pain is big.
Yes.
Number 2, back pain, which Tiffany touched on, because this, all of that, it hurts. Trust me.
You have more weight up front than you do on your back.
Okay.
So if it's not lifted and supported, if you don't feel like you got those 2 hands right there, then this is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're doing over time. Gravity is just pulling you down, pulling you down, pulling you down. And then you're like, oh, my neck, my shoulders. That's what that is, you know?
And we're over 30. So as you get over 30, let me tell y'all something. And I was a cheerleader. Tiffany and I were both cheerleaders. We was out here living our best athletic lives.
Yes.
Banging the beats. And my mama used to always be complaining about these aches and pains that she had. So in my young little teenage mind, I used to be like, oh, mama, you don't hurt. Oh, no, you don't. She said, keep living.
Yeah.
I hit 30 literally at 12:01 midnight when I turned the aches and pains, they began. So you want to minimize your aches and pains, bye-bye sauce. Number 3, premature sagging.
Yes.
You don't have the right bra. Your titties gonna be to the floor.
That's right. That's right.
You don't want that. Niggas will blaze you. You're gonna feel insecure. You come home, you take off all your contraptions, you're trying to be sexy, and then you take it off, and then your titties roll on down to who wants to deal with that?
And it's gonna happen regardless, especially if you have kids and especially if you breastfeed. Your breast shape is gonna change, the elasticity is gonna change. There's no way to fight it unless you surgically have them lift them up. You're never gonna get it back. But you know what I'm saying? There are things that you can do. Your bra helps with that. You know what I'm saying? When you get in the right bra, it helps, you know, to keep that elasticity. Not necessarily to put it back. Nothing's gonna put it back, like I said. But to
nothing will be there.
You gotta have a good bra to keep it there, to keep that elasticity.
Keep it there. Number 4, shoulder and neck pain. Right? So as Tiffany said, you're getting pulled forward like this. You're kind of like, you don't want that. Number 5, blocked lymph nodes.
Yep.
That's if your bra is too tight. So you got boobs, this is all here, and it's just, this blockage there, which could lead to my next point. It may trigger cancer, lack of blood flow.
Yeah.
You're wearing the wrong bra size and it's just squeezing you up, and you are like, that can block blood flow. Number 6, it can ruin your
And that's not how you create cleavage either, ladies. Like, let's release the idea that your boobs have to be sitting on top of your bra in order for you to be sexy and have cleavage. That's not the way it works. If you're in the proper bra size, you're gonna have cleavage and you're gonna be lifted automatically. So please, if your boobs are squished together like this on top of your bra, you are not creating cleavage. You are creating health problems. That's it.
Maybe that's going to be a sound bite. You are not creating cleavage. You're creating a medical problem.
It's true.
Get the girls together.
Yes.
That's number 6. Number 7, it can ruin your posture. We've said it several times about this call, on this talk. It can ruin your posture. You know, you're leaning forward, you're falling over, all of that. It can ruin your posture. And number 8, which I have actually experienced, and I could show y'all, but this ain't the OnlyFans. Skin abrasions. If your bra is not the right size, it's cutting here, you can have skin abrasions. Actually, from me wearing the wrong bra size for many years, I have a permanent bruising right here where the is. And
that's what I was getting ready to say. It will leave, eventually, if you keep wearing that bra over and over, it will leave black marks. I mean, not black, but like dark marks on your body. It'll be like, a discolored area there along your body, and you'll see it. It'll be like right where your bra sits
Yes.
it will cause those permanent changes or like scarring on your body.
And I am a living witness of the scarring, black abrasions right here from wearing the wrong bra. But I'm lucky and I am blessed to have received a virtual fitting from the Tiffany Co, tech designer and plus size model. And so, Tiffany, I want to just thank you for being a guest on Tynee Talks, girl.
Thank you.
You taught us. You
I'm glad.
helped us. We ain't out here.
I can talk about bras and lingerie till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I just really want to share my knowledge with people because I meet so many women, and I used to do bra measurements for our wear test participants for Victoria's Secret. And I would measure women, and some women that I met would be like, "Oh, there's no way I'm that size. I've been wearing this bra size since I was 18," and they would be like in their 50s. And I'm like, girl,
ma'am,
you don't wear that size no more. And then when I put the bright size on there, and they're like, wow, what a difference. So can you imagine, like, there's so many women for like 20, 30 years been wearing the wrong bra size.
Yeah.
And that I can only imagine like how their bodies feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so necessary for us as women to wear the right bra size. And I just want to be able to give that knowledge, to other women and not, charge an arm and a leg for it or anything like that. Because now as a technical designer, I'm at a point in my career where I'm sought out to make bras and lingerie because there's not a lot of bra technical designers who have that fit knowledge.
Right.
And I charge for that. Like, you're going to pay the high because I done been through it. You know what I'm saying? So I have that expertise and I charge them the high. But from a customer standpoint, I want women to be empowered with this knowledge so that the brands that I believe in, that I know are good for women, can get that support. And then two, women can feel good about their bras again. Cause I hate when I hear, not I hate, but I feel so bad when I hear women like, I don't like my bra, I don't like wearing bras. They so uncomfortable, this, that, and the other. And it's like, nah, it's just, you just haven't found the right one yet. Trust me, you have not found the right one yet. Cause there are so many, once you get in a good bra, you're like, what bra? You'll be trying to put your bra on just to look cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's sometimes I'm around the house and I'm like, well, I gotta put a bra on. You know what I'm saying? Because it does not, like, having my boobs down here, now that I know I can put on a good bra and lift them up and be looking snatched around the house.
Baby, you look snatched. You hear me?
Then I do it.
And Tiffany, like, literally, I like how you use the example of the lady hadn't had a bra change from 18 to the age of 50, because my mom was 53 when we went to Double Divas. You know what I mean? And so that was being uncomfortable or, complaining
a long time.
Excuse me, for a very long time. So, Tiffany,
that's miserable.
Who are listening in on this episode, if you book with Tiffany a virtual fitting and mention that you listen to this podcast, she will give you 10% off of your virtual bra fitting. So at time, let her know that you listen to this podcast and listen. What she's charging for virtual bra fittings is a blessing, because what she's charging these, she's giving you guys the discount of a lifetime.
For real.
So in the show notes down at the bottom, I will have her information down at the bottom. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and go directly to her website to book a virtual booking. And also, I will have in the show notes different brands that you can go to that go up to the larger alphabet numbers for and cups, so that you guys can have just a better experience overall, physically and medically and fashionably, with the right bra size. So, Tiffany, in true Tynee Talks fashion, this is your chance to give your shout outs.
Oh, okay. First, I'm gonna shout out you, Tynee, for bringing me to this platform for sure, and sharing me with your listeners and allowing me to be able to educate them some, because it's a lot of women that don't even know that this service exists, that don't even know all of what I told you guys about today. So yes, first you shout out. Second, I'm gonna shout out my husband because he's taking care of my child while our child,
Right.
while I'm on this call. So normally she would be up here like, I want to talk, I want to say hi.
I gotta invite Sky on. Okay, that's just on period.
Listen, that would be one, girl. Oh my god. But yes, I had to shout him out because he's like a great partner to all of my business ventures that I'm always on and always doing. He's been very supportive always. So I have to shout out my hubby, Jamal.
Shout out to Jamal. Hey.
And then shout out to all of the people in my career who have helped me, trained me, taught me, and just helped me grow into this space, and giving me opportunity to be able to grow into this space. So, and they all know who they are because I give them props and tell them all the time personally, but I didn't get to this level of experience on my own. I had a lot of great teachers in my career. So shout out
to them. So whom much is given, much is required. So in season 5, I'm adding a new segment to the Tynee Talks podcast, and it's called the Headline Hoe of the Week. Don't be a hoe, read the article. Today's headline hoe goes to the headline that I read that Kamala Harris will be paying off student loans for students who attend HBCUs. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't read the whole article, and y'all just think that she just paying for everybody who go to a student loan, go to HBCU student loan. Well, that is actually not the case. Her plan and her proposal is to allow students who attend HBCUs or a public university who go into service fields that make less than $125,000 as their salary to forgive their student loans for $20,000. You can read more about her proposal that she plans if she becomes vice president and Joe Biden becomes president on marketwatch.com or blavity.com for more information on that headline. So, in all that getting, get it understanding, and don't be a headline hoe. Thanks for coming to my Tynee Talk. Bye. Bye.